As-Salam-o-Alekum and welcome to the channel. I'm Mohammed Shakil, your Oracle Utilities Application Framework Assistant. In this session, we'll focus on understanding the foundational architecture of an OUF application. We will begin by exploring the classic three-tier architecture and understand how the presentation layer, business logic layer, and the persistence layer work together. Then we will look at the available deployment options. We will compare a single server setup, which is commonly used for development, with a two-tier deployment, which is designed for scalability, manageability, and better performance. Finally, we'll take a high-level look at the installation process, which is divided into two key phases. Let's get started. Most OUF applications use a classic three-tier or distributed architecture. This is not unique to OUF. It has been a standard approach for many years in enterprise-grade applications built using technologies such as Java and .NET. It breaks down into three layers. The first one is the presentation layer. This is where the user interacts with the system using a web browser. Then business logic layer. This acts as the application server, hosting the web and the service components. Then the database layer. This is your persistence tier, which stores all metadata, configuration data, master data, and the transaction data of your OUF application. By dividing the workload across these layers, the system becomes highly scalable, performs better, and is much easier to maintain. Because of this distributed architecture, there are several deployment options available. You can deploy the application server and the database server on two completely separate servers, or you can host both the web components and the database on the same server. A single server deployment is typically recommended for development and customization work in an OUF SDK environment, which we will explore in upcoming sessions. It can also be a practical option for setting up a demo environment on your laptop. Here is how the network flow works. A user accesses the application via the browser using the server's IP or hostname along with the port. The WebLogic application server receives that request, connects to the database using a JDBC connection, and processes the data. Whether you choose a single server or a multi-server setup, the installation always takes place in two phases: the database server installation and the application server installation. I usually recommend starting with the database server. The reason is simple. Once you complete the application server installation and start it, it needs to connect to the database. So, in essence, the database server installation acts as a prerequisite for the application server. For the database installation, we'll follow a step-by-step approach. First, we will install the Oracle 19c binaries. Next, we'll create the database using the DBCA tool that comes with the Oracle 19c. Once the database is in place, we'll configure the required table space for the application's core schema. After that, we'll create the core OUF application schema itself. Finally, we will import the demo data that is shipped with the OUF application. This is important because our goal is to set up a fully functional demo environment. If you already have experience installing and configuring an Oracle 19c database, you can skip the initial setup steps and start directly with configuring the required table space for the OUF application. From there, you can proceed with creating the core OUF application schema and importing the demo data. For the application installation, we'll start by setting up the prerequisites, including JDK 17 or later, and Oracle WebLogic Server, which is part of Oracle Fusion Middleware Infrastructure Suite. I think I have missed one important prerequisite, that is Oracle 19c client. So we will set up that as well. Next, we will install the required OUF binaries, followed by the OUF application binaries. After that, we'll create the WebLogic domain and configure the node manager. Finally, we will deploy the web and service components, that is SPL Web R and SPL Service R on the WebLogic managed server. That brings us to the end of this session. Join me in the next video where we will begin the environment preparation for database server installation. Thank you.